sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a crew looking to make a statement. Taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder.
There he goes! They finally get to him. A lot of way there to pick up the first down. And the Spartans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm the football and get him on the ground.
It's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell among many who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pull back a couple of years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face, and they're going to play physical.
Running behind that left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Hauls it in. Not enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Get it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the back. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Sparty.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really set the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
So now it's second and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Here comes the option. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not taking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. Makes the catch. It's sacked. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And it's a touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mix it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Heels to punt and try to pick up some yards. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now turning it on. Past the first down marker and still running. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed. They've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Bowling Green was able to come away with a hard-fought victory inside Perry Stadium. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Leaves it with the running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go back to the ground. Makes it past the mark. Oh, it's a fumble. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Michigan State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security, ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you the wheels and takes it all the way to the house. An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has his offense on the move. And the Spartans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down.
Ability.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. quarterback on the keeper. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Spartans can really attack on this second and short. Send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Silva. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
The Spartans are facing 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like this.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hunt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they get right back to it.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Takes a handoff. It's Daly. Tripped up for the tackle. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, look out on the right. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Utah. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun on third down. Brings it in down the left side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Let's go!
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's in for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Finish off this half. And he's going to bring it out. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it and they'll maintain possession. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback.
Turn it on! And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll throw on third and short. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Soft spot in the middle. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see eyes in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Spartans will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half on the ground. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the give off the left side. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the run, it's Daly. Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
Heading to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Trying to ball his way in. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. Now they have extended this lead, guys. Starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. They've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. They marched 79 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Snags it over the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
quickly complete. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grab near the marker. It's sacked. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Got him in. It's sacked. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said, "Don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain."
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference, defense.
So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. Now this offense has it 1st and goal, trying to cash in after that defensive penalty. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here they're trying to get to the edge. He's in for the score. Touchdown. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, but maybe focus on
they'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Utah. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
They'll ride the hot hand. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
He'll feel the punch, trying to get some yardage. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The short hands, it's sacked. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
To the air on first down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space, and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
With the catch, it's Daly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. hustling ahead on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. 4th down in inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long. But in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down to the 16. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
You gotta like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And it's a touchdown. Puts 6 on the board. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
29 Philly.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Quick completion on the out. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 10 over Utah. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, what a move. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough today.
The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
The Spartans will line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And now this offense will take the field again. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep Chuck.
Breaks into the open. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Upshaw. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish. Now they have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and practice. They just got to take accountability. They have to understand man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Find some fresh air. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Byrne. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Goes to the option. They'll try the run. Slithers into space. Picks up the first down, still moving. Flying out to the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Upshaw. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw. It's Byrne. Here's a heat. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions.